Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and I am here right now to show you a pretty awesome little trick about how, for lack of a better word, how to fix your system. When you're getting those download errors, your snapshot 16s, your weren't able to connect, or a crashed line, anything for the most part, this is like 90% of issues this fixes, and get your game back up and running again without, literally uninstalling and reinstalling Arc. Now, how do you do it? A lot of people, it's a very quick video. I'm going to kind of like speed through a certain part of it so you don't have to sit and watch. But let me show you real quick. This is me inside of Steam right now. Obviously, you can see my other games. Really encourage you to play some Civ 6 if you haven't played it already. Awesome game. Still ours too. But anyways, that was a little side note. But my favorite, obviously, Arc. What you're going to do is you're going to go over to it, right-click on it, go down to Properties, and it's going to pull up a little menu. Pulled on my other screen, sorry. That looks like this. Now, if you've never seen this before, don't touch it unless you know what you're doing, because you can really screw some things up for yourself. So you can do a lot of things here. General, this kind of tells you like launch options, all that kind of stuff. Updates, if you've never changed that, not a bad idea. Language betas and DLC. Now local files, that's what you want to click on. Now there's backup local files, browse local files, install game or uninstall game, and then verify integrity. Now what you're going to do, this is the easy way to do it. Just click verify integrity. And it's going to go through a process right here. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch the entire process, because usually, depending on your system, it takes 10 to 20 minutes. Better systems are obviously going to be a little bit faster. Longer systems, do not be upset. The longer it takes, the longer. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's searching through every single file you have for Steam. And it's basically saying, okay, this one's the one that's corrupted, causing your issue. And it really is an easy fix. That's literally all you have to click. Is this series of buttons. Not very hard at all. And then you just have to sit and wait. Now, I'd say 90% of the time this fixes my issue. I had an issue once. This was one time where I had an actual entire section of my Arc that got corrupted. If this does not work for you, the only other solution that I know of without getting outside help is to go ahead and go to your Steam store, uninstall Arc totally, everything. Don't just do the lazy uninstall. I mean, single player files, all DLC, everything, and then reinstall everything again. That works most of the other times. If there is another issue, I have yet to hear of something. I guess maybe if your systems aren't up to speed. But verifying the integrity always works for me. And I'd say 90% of the people I've suggested this to, this is how you get your system fixed. Now, not only that, but if you're on console or something like that, I don't believe they have a verify integrity or make sure check for problems, so you just have to reinstall the Arc. That's what happens if you're getting those error messages. Typically, it's not a server-side issue unless it's like early game, and well, that's it. So this is how to fix your little thing. I'll let you speed through this and show you that it actually works, and show you what it looks like when the files don't work, and like a little install screen. You can see this little guy. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but oh well. All right, so let's go ahead and speed through that part. Alright guys, and we are back. You can see right now that it did a full validation. I didn't even know that I needed 2 files that failed to validate, and as it turns out I did. So what it does is it basically, you'll notice right there, it literally says 2 files failed to validate and will be reacquired. So you can click X there. You'll notice that if you look back in your Arc screen, it's going to go back to the validation screen, and it's going to say, okay, we're going to download the updates that we need to reinstall the files. It takes usually about 5 minutes if you have something like this happen. I've had it take a lot longer depending on how many files you have to reinstall and revalidate. So it kind of depends, but this is how you fix pretty much every loading issue that I've ever had in Arc. So especially with all the updates that are coming out soon, it's important to know this, because typically speaking, you can fix it just by doing something like this without having to break a sweat. All right, and that's it. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this, and Teacher's Game 2 out.